It's a decision that many parents have been waiting for, and in just 1 hour, a CDC advisory panel will meet to discuss COVID vaccines for children under 5. Thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Chris Groh, in for Eric Connor.
And I'm Nada Ibrampur. So glad to have you here with us. Now, if this gets approved, that young age group could get their shots as early as Monday, so it'll go really quick after that approval. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol joining us live outside Rady Children's Hospital. Now, Dana Marie, that's a spot where the shots may become available?
Absolutely, and we'll have that information for you in just a bit. But Chris and Netta, Moderna and Pfizer have both children dose vaccines ready to go that could be handed out as early as next week. Now, this does come as a sigh of relief for so many parents.
It's a much better shot at decreasing the risk of transmission to other people and mutation of the virus for the future.
Now, we just heard from pediatrician Colleen Kraft. Again, today, the CDC advisory panel starts a 2-day meeting on COVID vaccines for children under 5. So that vote could come tomorrow if they get that final approval. And some places could see vaccines Monday at the earliest. Now, this all comes after FDA advisors voted to recommend authorization for both Moderna and Pfizer. Now, the vaccines for children this age would be given in much smaller doses. So here to break it down, Moderna's vaccine would be given in 2 doses, each a quarter of the strength of what an adult receives. That is given about 4 weeks apart. Now, Pfizer's would be split over 3 doses, each a 1/10 of an adult dose. The first 2 doses would be given 3 weeks apart, and then the final shot at least 3 months later. Now, San Diego County is telling families already to start making appointments for children under 5 to get those COVID vaccines. They could get them in pediatrician's office, community clinics, some retail pharmacies, as well as here at Rady Children's Hospital. So head to CBS8.com, click the help button. We will have a link directly to this opportunity for appointments that you could make. Again, Rady Children's Hospital, you can start making them now. We have the link for you on CBS8.com. We'll have all the updates if it does become approved. Again, I'm Dana Marie McNichol. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Dana Marie. And this morning, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria is set to sign his $5 billion Ready to Rebuild budget into law. It was unanimously approved by the City Council earlier this week and is the largest infrastructure investment in city history. That includes $77 million to resurface streets. There's also $65 million to help address homelessness and about $33 million to help the city meet its climate goals. The police department is also getting a bump, $584 million for their staff, equipment, and facilities. That's up $14 million from last year. The mayor is set to sign the budget at 8:30 this morning.
And now this morning, there are flowers and candles outside of Crawford High School. You see the memorial right here for the recent graduate who was pulled by the water in Mission Beach. This is something we've been covering extensively. Certainly feel for the family and the friends of this young man. Woodlane Zache is believed to have drowned on Tuesday afternoon. 2 friends who also got caught in a rip current there were rescued, but Zache disappeared beneath the waves. 3 days of searching and still no location of his body.
It's crazy how life could just be gone that fast. Just seeing this kid graduate literally 2-3 days ago, next day his life is just gone. It's terrible.
Yeah, they had gone out to the beach to celebrate their recent graduation. Woodlane also has a twin brother. At this point, we don't know yet how extensive the search will be out there today. Today, more lifeguards will be on patrol at our local beaches. In fact, now summer staffing begins for the San Diego Fire and Rescue Department as more people head to the coast. If you've been to the beach lately, you've noticed the crowds are up. Lifeguards will be monitoring the water. They'll be keeping an eye on those dangerous rip currents. We now have an update this morning on the teen suspect accused of killing his classmate. This was in Lemon Grove. Now, that teen has entered a denial of charges, and that's the juvenile court equivalent of pleading not guilty. Here's the victim, the 15-year-old, the suspect facing several charges, including murder of that boy right there. He's accused of shooting and killing Omar Marquez Jr., who was also just 15 years old. It happened near Mount Miguel High School last weekend. The suspect will be back in court on June 27th. A 7-month-old baby is safe now. So here's the picture of that little baby after going missing for nearly 2 months. We told you about this Amber Alert yesterday. This is Valentina Sabine, was just found in Rosarito, and we're told she is in good health. She was last seen April 17th when she crossed into Tijuana with her parents. Investigators say they found a woman dead in a car at Playas de Tijuana on May 31st. Her identity has not been released, but it is presumed to be the child's mother. We don't have a word yet on where the father is.
And this just in, the British government has approved the extradition of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to go to the U.S. to face spying charges. Now, this represents a big moment in Assange's multi-year-long battle to avoid U.S. extradition. Britain signed the extradition order today, saying it would not be, quote, oppressive, unjust, or an abuse of process. Assange said him and his legal team would appeal the decision. They have 14 days to do that. And this morning, the nation is dealing with yet another fatal shooting, this time at a church in Alabama. 2 people died and another was hurt. The suspected shooter is in custody. This happened yesterday around 4:30 our time at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in the Birmingham suburb of Vestavia Hills. No word on a motive or if the shooter was targeting the church or specific people. Meanwhile, in Capitol Hill, Senate bipartisan efforts on gun reform are stalled this morning. Senators are hung up on 2 issues. That includes incentives for states to pass red flag laws and closing the so-called boyfriend loophole, which would stop abusive dating partners from legally buying guns. It's now unclear if the Senate will be able to vote on the gun legislation next week. And this morning, we are still waiting for the CDC to confirm 2 probable cases of monkeypox in San Diego. As it spreads around the world, many are asking how they can stay safe. Turns out many are already protected. According to the CDC, the smallpox vaccine is at least 85% effective in preventing monkeypox. But they stopped giving that vaccine out in 1972. Some wonder if the chickenpox vaccine works, but a local doctor told us it does not.
They are really different viruses, and there's just not enough similarities so that the vaccines would work the same.
Now, doctors say we shouldn't panic about monkeypox. It's mostly spread throughout contact with bodily fluids or shared items with someone with monkeypox.
And now this just in, the FDA has just approved COVID vaccines for kids under the age of 5. So we brought this to you at the very top of our newscast here, where we've been waiting for this decision. We have been reporting that a CDC panel meeting this morning, and yes, they just now approved that vaccine. This is the FDA rather. So we're still waiting on the CDC. They'll be discussing the vaccine for that young age group.
that is the next step there, is for the CDC to sign off on these vaccines. The panel is meeting at 7 a.m. our time. So again, that's in less than an hour. So if approved, shots could be available as soon as Monday. We will continue to follow this development because we know that a lot of parents are looking at this and wondering again if Monday they will be indeed able to go ahead and get that vaccine for their child.
And it'll be available at various local locations. Of course, Rady Children's Hospital, one of them. Yeah. Okay, let's send it over to Evan now. Check that forecast. We're so close to the weekend. What can we expect?
I know, for us, we're just a few hours out. I mean, it feels like we've seen a week of warming temperatures, and we have, but big changes are on the way for today and tomorrow as a trough of low pressure sinks in. What that low pressure system is going to do is cool us off and increase our cloud cover because of those tight pressure gradients going from the ridge of high pressure that was warming us up all week to this trough of low pressure. We're also going to see wind develop. That'll be most prominent across our county mountains and deserts. Temperatures across the board are cooling down. No longer are we in the 80s in the afternoon. We've got 70s in play. This is closer to average, if not slightly below average, including along the coastline where AM clouds will be present, and in some cases those clouds will hang out for a good portion of the day. That stubborn marine layer is going to be back intact for today and tomorrow, and it already is stretching pretty far off to the east, as you can see, as opposed to right along the 5, which is where we saw it for yesterday morning. Ridge of high pressure helps to clear out those clouds. Trough of low pressure increases onshore flow, and that's what we're seeing for this weekend. So in turn, along the coastline, we're going to be in the upper 60s. A little bit warmer into Sunday. We start a warm up that continues into the middle and later portion of next week. A real boost in temperatures for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, where we climb to the 90s. However, for this weekend, weekend, clouds are going to be a little bit more abundant. You'll feel that breeze coming around. As you walk out the door right now, we'll have 59 degrees in Poway, 54 it is in Alpine. If you're walking out the door in Carlsbad, you're at 63, and in Oceanside, 64. Let's talk about traffic real quick. It's 6:10 on the clock. I want to take you off toward about the Spring Valley area. Want to let you know about a closure. So we know that the 125 is going to be closed from the 54 right here just south of Spring Valley all the way down to that H Street exit. So this connects right here. That stretch of the 125 is going to be closed over the course of the day today. So we'll keep you updated if we see any major backups in the area due to it. But what that will mean is that instead of getting onto the 125, you'll either have to take surface streets farther south, or you'll have to continue on the 54 there. Back